All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. We've got an exciting one today, Sabalenka and Ostapenko. I'm personally very excited for this one. I think it's going to be a good battle. But I think Sabalenka will take it, though. But it'll be interesting, especially with kind of how physically tough previous matches have been quite long. So see. But anyway, Ostapenko won the toss and she is to start things off by serving. Here we go. Ostapenko with the serve wide onto the front of Sabalenka. It's a good return down the middle. Yeah, great play from Ostapenko there. Just played that forehand down the line into the space. And then played her next forehand cross court into that space that she left open. And it's a winner. 15-love. Yes, another good serve and another good return of the backhand from Sabalenka. It's a slightly short forehand from Sabalenka there. But it's a forehand looking to go down the line from Ostapenko, but into the net. 15-all. Yeah, it's a good serve down the tee there from Ostapenko. It's a great +1 on that backhand out wide. Yeah, and it's a good forehand, good inside-in forehand into that space. Another winner for Ostapenko. 30-15. Yeah, great return there from Sabalenka. First serve there from Ostapenko wasn't necessarily the best. Kind of hit it. She hit it down the tee, kind of into Sabalenka's sweet spot, really. And it's a great return down the middle there. Just the pace of it too much for Ostapenko, and she hits a shot wide. It's another good return from Sabalenka. Another good forehand deep into the court. Just putting the pressure on Ostapenko, putting on the back foot. And now Sabalenka has an opportunity to break 30-40. Sabalenka with a break point. Oh, it's a great serve from Ostapenko. Ace out wide. Big serve there to keep her in it. Juice. Yes, another good serve down the tee. Sabalenka just chipping it back in on the backhand. And Ostapenko this time on her backhand elects to go back behind Sabalenka down the line. It's another winner. Advantage to Ostapenko. Yes, another great serve. It's an excellent return from Sabalenka. It was a really good serve there from Ostapenko down the tee onto Sabalenka's forehand. And Sabalenka really had to reach to get there. Had good pace and accuracy. And the return was just even better. Just that right through the middle of the court, deep. And again, Ostapenko just on the back foot when she hits that off balance and it goes out. It's another good serve down the tee from Ostapenko. Again, Sabalenka on the stretch. The return drops short. And Ostapenko doesn't get up the court enough and just lets the ball drop too much. And that backhand goes into the net. And Sabalenka now with another break point, another opportunity to break. Second break point for Sabalenka. Advantage. It's a Big serve from Ostapenko. And Sabalenka did really well to get the return back in. Give good height in the return to give herself the time to reposition herself and get back into the point. But Ostapenko with a really, really, really good forehand cross court on the +1. It's a big forehand. Does look like it did hit the outside of the line, and the umpire's just having a look at it because Sabalenka's not too sure. But yeah, it's confirmed that it's good. And that's another winner for Ostapenko. And it is juice again. It's a good serve out wide. And yeah, it's a great +1 down the line on the forehand from Ostapenko. Another winner. Well, we know she likes to hit big, gets lots of winners. She's already got quite a few now for herself in this first opening game. Advantage, Ostapenko. Game point. Oof. Serve onto the backhand of Sabalenka. And Sabalenka goes for a big return, cross court. But does it like it goes slightly wide. The umpire is again on court checking the mark. And yeah, confirms that that return has indeed gone wide. And that is game to Ostapenko. Manages to hold serve. Not the easiest of holds, but a hold nonetheless. Some good tennis so far from both players. Carmenu, I hope I pronounced that right, says hello. Hi, Carmenu. Thank you for joining. Said that we've not been here in months, so good to see some fresh faces. Well, good that you're back. And hopefully enjoy this stream. Joe Mama is here saying hello. Hi, Joe. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing good. Right, here we go. Sabalenka on serve. To serve onto... Oh, what a shot. To serve onto the forehand of Ostapenko. It was a good return. Down the middle, deep into the court, but Sabalenka with just some really good wrist work on that forehand. Just absolutely whips that wrist. And it's a good forehand cross court into the corner. It's a great backhand on the line there from Sabalenka. Sabalenka with the serve out wide on Ostapenko's backhand. The return went cross court, and Sabalenka said, "Thank you very much. I'm just gonna blast that down the line into the space for her backhand." 30 love. Okay, first serve from Sabalenka into the net there. Second serve. Oof, that's a wild one from Ostapenko on her forehand. Looking to just attack that second serve and rip that ball across court on the forehand, but she just kind of just smacks at the ball and just slaps it. And the technique's not really there, and it's wild. It's a wild miss. It's a good return this time, though, on the backhand down the line. This time, not as wild. It goes in. And Sabalenka into the net on her forehand. 40-15. Yeah, it's a good serve. Ooh, from Sabalenka. Good return from Ostapenko. Hits the net, but it makes its way over. Ostapenko with the backhand. Sabalenka with the backhand on the line, and Ostapenko into the net. The forehand. That's game. A hold each. No breaks of serve yet. Bit more of a comfortable hold, though, for Sabalenka in comparison to Ostapenko. But as the match goes on, sure we'll start to see maybe the serve breaking out at some point. We'll see. But anyway, it's a good serve from Ostapenko onto Sabalenka's forehand. The return goes into the net. 15 love. Yeah, so return down the middle there. Sabalenka takes it on her backhand. Ostapenko with the forehand cross court. And Sabalenka slightly out of position here on her backhand. I can only kind of reach forward and try and scoop the ball up, but in doing so, it goes long. And it's 30-love to Ostapenko. Just redoing the toss there. Not quite happy with it. First serve goes wide and long. Looking to go down the tee there. Second serve. Yeah, it's a great second serve out wide. Sabalenka pushed wide of the trams there. And oh, it's good. I thought that might have dropped long, but no, she absolutely just rips that forehand return down the line, and it does manage to catch the back of the line, and pace on it is just too much for Ostapenko there. 30-15. Yeah, it's a great combination there from Ostapenko. A good serve out wide onto Sabalenka's backhand. Just Sabalenka having to stretch to get anything on that. And then plays that forehand inside out, back behind Sabalenka. Good little combination there. 40-15 to Ostapenko. First serve into the net. Sorry, second, and then, the second serve goes into the net there. First serve is out, and that's a double. First double fault of the match. 40-30. Got to be careful here to not let her lead slip, and she does. Let Sabalenka back into it. It's a good return from Sabalenka, but I feel Ostapenko perhaps should have done a little better to at least get that ball back in play, but it goes into the net, that forehand. And it's juice. Just let Sabalenka back into the game now. Yeah, it's a great return from Sabalenka. Forehand, great forehand cross court, catches the line. The serve from Ostapenko wasn't really good enough. Not really her best. Didn't exactly make things difficult for Sabalenka. Not particularly well placed where it was putting her under any sort of pressure. And break point for Sabalenka. First serve into the net from Ostapenko. Got to be careful here. Serve kicks up onto the backhand of Sabalenka. We've got a bit of a backhand cross-court battle going on, and the battle is lost by Ostapenko. Her backhand goes wide, and we have our first break of the match. Ostapenko broken. Really, you feel that really she should have won that game. She was 40-15 up, and kind of just a couple errors, a double fault. Just let Sabalenka back into it, and you don't really want to give Sabalenka any sort of inch. But she did, and Sabalenka took advantage. 2-1 up. Joe Mama says, Penko not been playing at her best this week, but has been winning. Saba should win in too. Yeah, I do think that will be the case. Ostapenko hasn't been quite at her best this week, but she has the quality where, she'll find a way to win. But I think Sabalenka will take this in, I think, 2 sets as well. But it'd be interesting to see how close the games are, how close the scores are. But to anyone else that's watching, what's your predictions? Do you agree with myself and Joe? Do you think that they actually might be a bit of an upset and Ostapenko is actually going to take it? Do we think 3 sets? Let me know what you guys thinking. All right, here we go. Both players back onto their respective ends. Sabalenka on serve. Just waiting for the crowd to settle. Okay, here we go. Okay, first serve, looking to go out wide. Goes too wide, though. Second serve. Ooh. It's a good kick serve down the tee there from Sabalenka. Lots of height on there. Really jumped up onto Ostapenko's backhand, and it's a difficult shot. It's a tricky one, and Ostapenko can't quite deal with it, and the return goes into the net. First serve again goes wide from Sabalenka. Second serve. Another kick serve. Oof. This time onto the forehand of Ostapenko, and Ostapenko again with another wild shot. As we do often see from her, to be fair, she yeah, that is kind of her game. Go big. But she misses it. 30 love to Sabalenka. Oh, Sabalenka with a slice on the line. Ostapenko manages to get there. Sabalenka now with the drop shot. Yeah, with a nice little backhand drop shot down the line, and Ostapenko not able to reach it. 40 love, 3 game points. Just a good little switch up in the play and the pace there from Sabalenka. Just kind of breaking up the rhythm a little bit for Ostapenko. It's a great return from Ostapenko. Serve from Sabalenka, not necessarily the best, but it's a good return down the line on the backhand from Ostapenko. Lots of space there for her to into, and, well, she used it well. 40-15. First serve there from Sabalenka into the net, just kind of clapped slightly. Actually hit that serve. Second serve. Again, it's another kick up onto the forehand of Ostapenko. It's a good return cross court. And Sabalenka gets low and plays a really good forehand down the line. Ostapenko with a backhand cross court, and this time Sabalenka's not able to get it back over. It's into the net, and it's 40-30. Some good tennis there on that point. Yeah. It's another kick up into the backhand of Ostapenko. Again, Ostapenko not quite able to deal with it this time. The return goes long. And that is game to Sabalenka. 3-1. Ostapenko would want to hold her serve here, otherwise the set's really going to run away with Sabalenka. It's a great return from Sabalenka. It was a good serve, to be fair. In all fairness, it was a good serve from Ostapenko. Pushed Sabalenka off that court wide, but Sabalenka was just a really good forehand return down the middle. And again, it's just the pace of it is just too much for Ostapenko to handle. She's on the back foot, leaning back when hitting it, and it goes into the net. Love 15. First serve, long from Ostapenko. Second serve. Yep. Sabalenka really aggressive on that second serve return on the backhand cross court. Ostapenko deals with it well, though. Plays the backhand cross court. And good pace on it with Sabalenka has to kind of reach, and it's slightly behind her. And the backhand goes wide. And that's 15-all. First serve into the net from Ostapenko. Second serve. Ooh. It was a bit of a slower one and gave Sabalenka the time to run around it and play the forehand instead. Down the line. And Ostapenko with the backhand down the line, but sails long. A bit of confusion here. It was a serve onto the backhand of Sabalenka, and it looks as if it's long. It looks maybe not sure if it did catch the line, the back of the line, but no, the umpire comes down and checks the mark, and it's confirmed that the backhand return was long there. Would have been a good one, but it's long. 15-30. Yeah, it's a good serve from Ostapenko out wide. Sabalenka again, right off the court into the trams to play that one. But she hits the forehand return long, just a little bit too much on it. Just some stats here. First serve percentage, 80% for Ostapenko, 64% for Sabalenka. So Ostapenko just making more of those first serves in. Misses this one, though, wide. Second serve. Again, I believe it's another double fault. Yes, another double fault for Ostapenko. Juice. Again, just another double, just letting Sabalenka back into the game. This game and the previous service game really should have been won, should have been closed out, but let Sabalenka back in by not making that second serve into play. It's a good serve. Down the tee onto the back of Sabalenka. Deals with it well. That's a bad miss from Ostapenko. She had so much space to hit into. She had Sabalenka on Sabalenka on the stretch, who could only just kind of slice that ball back in. She had all that space to hit into, and she just tried to do too much. Just tried to play too much to the line. It didn't have to be necessarily that good. She had a lot of space, and yeah, she ends up just overdoing it, and it's advantage and another break point for Sabalenka. Okay, this time she does a lot better with it. To return cross court from Sabalenka's backhand, Ostapenko very early makes that decision to run around it, play the inside in forehand, and again, lots of space there, which she utilizes very well. Sabalenka not able to get on the end of it. Juice. It's another good set. It's another wild shot again from Ostapenko. Now kind of just starting to see kind of, I guess, what we're used to kind of seeing from her. Either, it's either tons of winners or tons of errors. Yeah, again, didn't need to be that good on the backhand on the +1. But again, just did too much with it. It's a good serve this time from Ostapenko, pushing Sabalenka back and wide of that court. And Sabalenka with the backhand return out. Juice. Let. First serve was a let there, so second serve. First serve again from Ostapenko. It's a good first serve on wide. Sabalenka with another deep return down the middle of the court from the forehand, but this time it's overdone. It's overcooked a bit. It's long, and it is advantage to Ostapenko. Can she snatch this game point and close down and end the game? So Return cross court on Sabalenka's backhand. Ostapenko playing the backhand back cross court. Sabalenka again back cross court. Space has opened up. Ostapenko looks to play into it on the backhand on the line, but into the net. Just making just too many unforced errors at the moment. First serve, it was a close one, looking to go down the tee, but it's just wide. Second serve for Ostapenko. This time goes to the forehand, and yeah, Sabalenka doesn't make a mistake of that. Rips that cross court, winner. Yeah, it was just too close for Sabalenka. Just sat up nicely for her. Just didn't really make things difficult for her at all. And now Sabalenka suddenly with another break point, another chance to break and go. Now 3 games up, 3 games clear. It's a poor serve from Sabalenka. From Ostapenko. Just sits up too nicely for Sabalenka, and she's just able to attack it. It's very aggressive, and then yeah, Ostapenko just can't deal with it. That backhand goes into the net, and that's now 4-1. 4-1 to Sabalenka. Just too many unforced errors from from Ostapenko at the moment. You know, whether it's whether it's a few some double faults, or whether it's just her just trying to attack and hit big shots and take control of the point, but just not giving herself enough of a margin for error, really. But yeah, 4-1 to Sabalenka. Joe Mama says it looks a bit windy in Rome today. Yeah, it is. It's quite windy. I believe they said that the wind is, I think, at 25 kilometers an hour in Rome. So yeah, pretty windy. Definitely not doesn't seem like it's affected them too much so far though, so which is good. So playing in the wind is very much a pain. Joe Mama also says Sabah and Iga are definitely much better than everyone else on tour. Yeah, I would be inclined to agree with you there. I think you can throw Rybakina in the mix there as well. I think just sometimes that high level that we can see from her sometimes not as consistent as need it to be, but definitely those two are top for sure. Okay, the first serve from Sabalenka there goes out, goes wide. And Ostapenko again with another wild miss off the second serve. 15-love to Sabalenka. It's a good serve there from Sabalenka. Out wide onto Ostapenko's backhand. Just on the stretch. She does manage to get it back in, but Sabalenka's there and just puts it away cross court on the forehand. No problems. 30-love. Now, if we look at some stats now, first serve 1 percentage. Yeah, definitely a much higher percentage there for Sabalenka. Definitely, she's winning more points for that first serve for sure. But mostly to be honest, with Ostapenko just being a bit too wild on the shots and the returns, just far too many misses. Gets this one in though. Sabalenka doesn't, and it's 30-15. It's a good serve though from Sabalenka. And then down the line on the ad side, Ostapenko manages to get the racket to it, but it's into the net. That's 40-15. 2 game points for Sabalenka. Yeah, it's another big serve out wide. Ostapenko with the return cross court. Sabalenka with the +1 forehand down the line. Ostapenko on the run. Can only get the backhand into the net. Game 5-1 to Sabalenka. 5-1. She's 4 games clear now. And yeah, this set is running away from Ostapenko with Sabalenka. Ostapenko now to serve to try and keep herself in the set. Got a big mountain to climb now, so it's whether she kind of throws this set away and just kind of focuses to reset reset and focus on the second set, or she tries to fight her way back into it, but it's a long hill or a long mountain to climb. Return from Sabalenka goes into the net. 15-love. This time the return goes long from Sabalenka on the backhand cross court. 30-love. Yeah, it's a great serve from Ostapenko down the tee. Sabalenka does really well, though, to get that back in play. It's a nice little slice from Ostapenko there on the approach, getting a bit of side spin on it. Kind of one of her only options there, really. And then plays into the space on the other side very well. She closes down the net, and yeah, Ostapenko not able to make that one back over and in. 40-love to Ostapenko. 3 game points to try and close the gap between the two of them, close that deficit. 3 games. Yep. And she does emphatically with a nice ace down the tee. And it is now 5-2. So the gap closed a little, but Sabalenka now on serve with the chance to put this set to bed, really. Good tennis so far from both players. Just at the moment, just Sabalenka just making more balls in. Ostapenko really just making far too many errors. But yeah, that is kind of something we see from her, though. Like that is her game. It's either she makes a ton of winners or a bunch of errors, and it's kind of what we saw from her. We saw a lot of winners from her at the start of the set, and now as kind of the set has gone on, it's just been unforced error after unforced error, really. Just allowing Sabalenka to just run away with things. But still more tennis to play. It's not over yet. Sabalenka on serve, 5-2 up. Serving to win the set. Will Ostapenko stop her? We'll see. Serving for the set. That first serve is long from Sabalenka. Second serve. That wind there just kind of taking the toss away from Sabalenka. Redoes it. It's a good kick serve onto the backhand of Ostapenko. This time deals with it well. The return down the middle. But it's a good forehand. Yeah, it's a good forehand cross court from Sabalenka. Ostapenko now has to just reach to get the racket back onto it. Manages to get it back over and in. But again, yeah, Sabalenka's right on top of it. Again, put Ostapenko on the stretch, and this time it's in the net from Ostapenko. Good play from Sabalenka. 15-love. It's a good deep return from Ostapenko. Look, just hits the back of the line, and the backhand from Sabalenka goes long. 15-all. Yeah, it's a good forehand return deep into that court there from Ostapenko. Ostapenko now in control. She closes down that net. Ooh. And on the half volley, on the backhand, it goes long. Ostapenko, Sabalenka made it difficult for Ostapenko. Played the short angle on the backhand to try and like dip that ball at the feet of Ostapenko as she approached the net, and Ostapenko just kind of made a little bit of a meal with it. Just got too much on the shot on the backhand, and it goes long, and that is 30-15 to Sabalenka. That win just picking up a little bit, so Sabalenka just stops, takes the time. Right, here we go. Good serve down the tee there. Yeah, it's a good follow up. Good +1 cross court. Nice little bit of space there, right into the corner. And yeah, Ostapenko unable to get on the end of that one. It's a good winner. And now, 2 set points for Sabalenka. 40-15. Serve down the tee onto the backhand of Ostapenko. And contact slightly late from her. And the backhand return goes wide. And that is game. And sets 6-2 to Sabalenka. So that in total took 36 minutes for that set. Some good battles, especially at the beginning of the set. Some good rallies, some good winners and good strikes from both players, but ultimately just Ostapenko just hasn't made enough balls in. Ultimately, it's just too many errors, too many unforced errors that's just let Ostapenko down. Really in this set, and so it's a comfortable win for Sabalenka on the first set here. And should be looking to continue that momentum into the second set. Ostapenko here will have to kind of reset a little bit and just kind of scale things back a little bit in terms of just not going too big on certain shots, especially where we see quite a few Sabalenka just stretching out her hips, it looks like. Just possibly her hip flexors just a little tight. But yeah, Ostapenko really, what she needs to kind of do here is just scale it back a little bit, dial it down a little bit. Still, yes, be aggressive, go for the, try and take control of the player, as she does do, but just give herself just a bigger margin for error, because at the moment she's just having some words with her coach here at the moment as she receives the balls from the ball kids. But yeah, just needs to give herself a bigger margin for error. She's trying to go for too much, just hitting too big and too wild, and she just needs to make Sabalenka just play the extra shots, because even if she doesn't win it straight away from that point, okay, she's still got Sabalenka, under pressure in defense on the back foot. So just make her play the extra shot, give herself a bit more of a bigger margin. But anyways, here we go. Ostapenko on serve. First serve is into the net, and the second serve is right to Sabalenka. And Sabalenka again with good forehand cross court. Ostapenko on the run. Tries to play that forehand down the line, but it's into the net. Love 15. And it's another double for Ostapenko. I think that's her third, possibly fourth. I believe we haven't seen any yet from Sabalenka, which is good. Definitely used to be a weak point for her. Okay, it's a better first serve this time. I mean, it was in, but also, yeah, good placement, good power on it as well. Just made it a little bit difficult for Sabalenka. And the backhand goes into the net from Sabalenka. 15-30. Yeah, it's another good serve. It's nearly a good return from Sabalenka. It just goes long, though, on the backhand. $30 all. Important point for Ostapenko here. Doesn't want to get an early break, that's for sure. Or get broken early. Yeah, does well there. First serve goes out wide. Onto Sabalenka's forehand. Sabalenka with the return. Cross court. And Ostapenko just able to easily just guide that ball down the line on the forehand into the space. 40-30. It's another good return on the forehand from Sabalenka down the middle. That's a great shot. Forehand down the line there from Ostapenko. And then it's a great backhand on the line from Ostapenko. Just, catches the line there. It's another winner. And that's better there from Ostapenko with just not rushing, trying to finish the point too early and go for the big shots. Just some stats here from that first set. As you can see, first serve's in. Ostapenko with 82%, 71% from Sabalenka, but first serve's won, 73% for Sabalenka and only 61% for Ostapenko, so better there. And you can see his second serve's won. This is where the real difference is 14% for Ostapenko, 83% for Sabalenka. And of course, as well, just a lot more errors for unforced errors for Ostapenko as well. Here you go, Sabalenka with the serve down the middle. It's got enough pace on it where it's tricky for Ostapenko to really get round it, and she isn't quite able to make enough space around the ball. She plays it on the forehand, but she's off balance, out of position, and forehand goes into the net. Sabalenka with a couple tosses, but having to let them go, just the wind meddling. Okay, the first serve into the net from Sabalenka, looking to go down the tee. Second serve. It's a good return cross court from Ostapenko on the backhand. Sabalenka with her backhand into the net. 15-all. Serve down the tee from Sabalenka. Ostapenko with the inside in backhand. Sabalenka slicing that backhand cross court. And into the net from Ostapenko on the backhand. Another unforced error. 30-15. Again, it's another awkward serve for Ostapenko to deal with. Has to kind of just twist and bend out of the way of the ball to try and get any contact with it. And she does well to get that back over and in. But Sabalenka with a good shot down the line and into the net from Ostapenko. 40-15, 2 game points for Sabalenka. Yeah, it's a serve down the tee. Ostapenko deals with it well. Sabalenka just moving Ostapenko side to side. And another error. Sabalenka, Ostapenko with the forehand into the net. And that's game for Sabalenka, 1-1. 1-1. Now, Sabalenka will be looking to try and break the serve of Ostapenko here. Try and get herself an early lead into the second set. It was a good first serve from Ostapenko. Right down the middle, enough pace on it to make it awkward for Sabalenka, who just can't quite get her body out of the way in time. Makes the contact late on the backhand and it goes wide. 15-love. It's backhand cross court there from Ostapenko. Oh, it's a great shot. So backhand slice cross court from Sabalenka. Ostapenko slices it down the line, but gets that swing of the racket right to the side, going right across that ball. So really good bit of side spin there. And it just takes the ball away from Sabalenka. Really good little bit of skill there. 30-love. Okay, first serve hits the net, but it goes out. 30-love. Second serve. Kicked up onto Sabalenka's backhand. Sabalenka with the inside in. Sabalenka with the backhand drop shot down the line, but Ostapenko read it really well. Got right up into that court. Sabalenka looking to play that backhand lob over Ostapenko, but it's long. That's 40-love. Much better from Ostapenko here. Now she wants to just try and close this out now and just not let Sabalenka back in as she has done in those few previous service games. First serve goes wide. Looking to go down the tee. Or second serve down the tee, but makes it in. Sabalenka just chipping that ball back up and in. Ostapenko with the forehand down the line. Moves up into the court. Sabalenka with the forehand cross court. And then, yeah, it's a good forehand down the line there from Ostapenko into the space. Winner. And 2-1 to Ostapenko. Finds herself leading in the second set. No breaks of serve just yet. Joe says, adios, folks. Enjoy the Saba demolition job. All right, Joe, see y'all. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. It is kind of looking that way. Like, yeah, it might be a bit of a demolition job, but we'll see. Ostapenko already now with the same amount of games that she got in the first set in total. So hopefully less of a demolition job this time in this set. Might even be able to actually win the set. We'll see. But if she can keep up how she's playing throughout the set, then just might take Sabalenka all the way. But we'll see. Ostapenko now just jogging back to her side of the court from her bench. Just getting herself pumped and ready to go. She's holding her racket up. I see. She's waiting for the crowd to settle. Just some people finding their seats. And Sabalenka now tossing the ball up. Yeah, great return from Ostapenko. Serve out wide onto the forehand of Ostapenko, and that's no problem for her. Just bangs that all across court. Winner. makes it nice and easy there. Love 15. Oh, and Sabalenka responds with an ace out wide. Great response. 15 all. That's now Sabalenka's first ace of the match. Apologies. Ostapenko already with 2. Sabalenka with a serve down the tee. It's a forehand cross court from Sabalenka. It's a forehand cross court from Ostapenko, but it's long. Again, just doing too much, going for too much on it. Just want to make her play an extra shot. But 30-15 to Sabalenka. First serve into the net there. Second serve, kicked out wide up into the backhand of Ostapenko. Ostapenko with a backhand cross court on the return. Sabalenka looking to rip that backhand down the line. But it's close, but it is wide. Lucky. Hopefully it would have been some shot. But it's just wide, and it's 30 all. Forehand return goes long from Sabalenka, from Ostapenko. Now 40-30. Sabalenka with a game point. And it's another miss from Ostapenko. Backhand return. This time it goes wide. And that is game 2 all. So both players just doing enough at the moment to hold on to their serves. Ostapenko will be looking to continue that. First serve into the net there. That's crucial as well in this set, as well as cutting down the errors. She's got to start making more. So, it's a good second serve. Very good second serve there. Just as about to say, she's got to start making more second serves in, and as well as making them in, making them more effective, not just making it easy for Sabalenka to attack off of. And speaking of, she did exactly that on that one there. Really good second serve, cross court, out wide onto Sabalenka's forehand. Again, another good second serve down the tee. Yeah. And then Sabalenka on the stretch on the backhand just lifts that ball back up into play. And Ostapenko with an excellent drive volley down the line on the forehand. Very good play there from Ostapenko. Good aggressive play, but not wild. It's good. First serve there from Ostapenko. I think gets the net. So it's a let. So does it again. This time goes out wide. Onto Sabalenka's forehand. Sabalenka with a forehand cross court return. And Ostapenko with a good angle, a good forehand cross court. It's a great shot. It's a winner. 40 love, 3 game points for Ostapenko. Okay, so first serve miss. Second serve. Sabalenka runs around it. Hits the forehand. Drop short for Sabalenka after a really good aggressive return. And Sabalenka with the disguise and then the forehand drop shot. 40-15. First serve is long from Ostapenko, looking to go down the tee. Yeah, it's a good serve there from Ostapenko, pushing Sabalenka off that court. And the forehand return goes into the net from Sabalenka. And it's a good hold there from Ostapenko. Now gets herself 3 games in this set. So already now with more games than she managed to get in that first set. Doing a lot better on her serve there. And as well doing a lot better with kind of keeping the errors down. So certainly paying off, certainly working in her favor. So already doing better than she did in that first set, which is good. So the question is though, can Ostapenko keep it up though for the whole set, or are we going to see her break down again like we did in that second half of the first set, and are the errors going to start to pile up? We will see. Both players now back out onto the courts on either end. Sabalenka on serve. She takes her time. It's a big serve onto the forehand of Ostapenko. It's a good return cross court from Ostapenko. Sabalenka with the forehand back cross court, and it's into the net from Ostapenko. 15 love. Oh, big serve there. Big kick serve from Sabalenka onto Ostapenko's backhand. Plays the forehand into that space. Ostapenko already anticipating that and running, making her way over and running. But actually overran it. Just thought it was going to land further away from her than it did. And tries to lob it over the head of Sabalenka, but it goes long. As Sabalenka tries to do the same to Ostapenko now. Ostapenko approaching the net. Sabalenka looking to, on the forehand, lob it over the head of Ostapenko, but hers also goes long. 30-15 to Sabalenka. It's another awkward serve for Ostapenko. It's a body serve that kicks up, and Ostapenko just has to like twist the body out of the way to try and get the backhand into play, but she just doesn't. She's not in position. She's just off balance, and the return goes into the net. 40-15. Oh, it's a big serve. Yeah, that's a great serve from Sabalenka there. It's a big serve out wide. And return is out from Ostapenko. And that's 3-3. So at this rate, it looks like it might be going all the way to a tie break. But we'll see. There's still more opportunities for breaks of serve. But we'll see. Ostapenko on serve now. It's a good serve. Now let's see. Yeah, lovely. Plays it out wide into that space on Sabalenka's backhand. Sabalenka with the backhand cross court. And Ostapenko with a lovely backhand down the line. Just hit it nice and cleanly through the court there. Yeah. Great winner there from Ostapenko. 15 love. It's a good backhand return cross court from Sabalenka. He also gets the return cross court and then again plays it down the line into the space that she created for herself. Ostapenko does manage to get to it, get the racket on it. Just kind of tries to slice it back up into the court, but it goes long. 15-0. Second serve. First serve from Ostapenko into the net there. It's an aggressive return from Sabalenka on the backhand. Ostapenko has to get really low to the ground to get that back into play. And again, Sabalenka with another aggressive backhand cross court. And Ostapenko not able to get that shot back over and in. (15-30). It's a good serve down the tee. Sabalenka with a return down the middle. Oh. Ostapenko with that forehand into the space. Sabalenka with the forehand cross court, and then Ostapenko catches the ball late. And it's wide. Another error. And now Sabalenka has 2 break points, 15-40. It's a good aggressive return from Sabalenka, that backhand onto the forehand of Sabalenka, of Ostapenko. And Ostapenko just, again, not standing her ground against that pace a bit and just kind of leaning back slightly off the ball, and it goes long. And there we have it, the first break of the second set. Sabalenka now 4-3 up. So stays as it is. Sabalenka will be moving into the semi-final pretty comfortably with a 2-set win. But that requires Sabalenka to not get broken. And there is still a possibility of that happening, so we will see. But the way it's looking at the moment, doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't think Sabalenka has actually faced a break point yet in this match at all, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't think she's faced one at all yet. So she keeps going the way she is, she will definitely be going through. But we'll see. It's tennis. Tennis is unpredictable. You never know. Sabalenka on serve. Here we go. 4-3 up. First serve goes into the net, though. Just collapsing down slightly as she hit it. Second serve. Yeah, it's down the tee onto the backhand of Ostapenko. It's a good return from Ostapenko. Good inside in backhand. Right into the corner. And Sabalenka hits that backhand long. (15-love). It's another kick serve into the backhand of Ostapenko. This time, plays the ball down the middle. And Sabalenka just calmly redirects that ball down the line on the backhand. Lovely shot. Just guides it there. She doesn't have to do too much. Just has to redirect the pace. Good winner for her there. 15-0. It's down the line on the forehand from Sabalenka. Cross court from Ostapenko on the backhand. Sliced in from Sabalenka on the backhand. And Ostapenko just a little far from the ball there. Didn't quite get up into the court enough. Let the ball drop a little bit too much, and it's wide. off of the backhand of Ostapenko, I should say. And that's 30-15. Again, the toss not quite right there for Sabalenka. Collapses down again as she hits it. That first serve into the net. Second serve. Oops. It's a good second serve, but it's a great return from Ostapenko. Oh, and again, does too much. She pushed Sabalenka back off the court there. Sabalenka just sliced it back in mid-court. Floated up nicely for Ostapenko, who did the right thing in terms of looking to attack that backhand down the line, but she just got too much on the ball. And it's long, and it's now 2 game points for Sabalenka. 40-15. First serve goes long, second serve. Again, kicked it up onto the backhand of Ostapenko. It's a great return. Good, aggressive, low fast through the court. From Ostapenko. Sabalenka just not quite able to deal with that one there. And it is 40-30. Sabalenka just wiping her. Look like there's something in her eye there. I don't know if it's maybe a bit of clay, a bit of some dust. Yeah, that's great from Sabalenka. To serve onto the backhand of Ostapenko, which she hits cross court. And then Sabalenka with a really good backhand cross court back behind Sabalenka. Back behind Ostapenko, sorry. Ostapenko expecting that ball to go down the line into the space, but smart play, wrong footing. With the wrong footer from Sabalenka. And now Sabalenka 5-3 up. So Ostapenko now again forced to serve to keep herself in the game. Serving to stay in the match. Sabalenka just changing, getting a new racket there. Yeah, great serve from Ostapenko out wide. The return shanked slightly from Sabalenka. Goes wide. Oh, what a serve from Ostapenko. Ace. I think that's a third now. Down the tee. Very, very well placed. Very accurate. Right into the corner there. Yeah, that is 3 aces for Ostapenko. 30 love. It's another good serve. It hits the line. Back in return from Sabalenka into the net. 40 love. 3 game points for Ostapenko. First serve is long there. Second serve. It's another double fault. The second serve also goes long. Again, struggling slightly to just close out her service game. It's a great return from Sabalenka on the backhand, deep into the middle of the court there. Ostapenko dealing with it really well. Plays the ball back behind Sabalenka, but she manages to stretch there and get the racket to it, but it's into the net. And that is 5-4. A good hold from Ostapenko. Much, much, much better there from her on that service game. Very good hold there. But Sabalenka is still in the lead with that break of serve from a couple games ago. So now Sabalenka to serve to win the match. Serving for the match. Bit more pressure now on this service game, but you can see in her recent performances this year and this season. Dealing a lot better with pressure, with high pressure situations compared to before. She kind of used to crumble a little bit in those key moments, those important moments of, high pressure and anxiety, which, of course, I can only imagine how, testing that is on the mind, but gotta be mentally tough in this sport. And she's definitely shown that she is, for sure, mentally tough, a lot tougher than previous seasons. So here we go. Sabalenka on serve. She's getting ready to serve now. Serving for the match at 5-4. Can Ostapenko disrupt it? Not with that return. That forehand return from Sabalenka. It's just another wild one. Just slaps that ball out of the court. 15 love to Sabalenka. Yeah, it's a good serve from Sabalenka. Ooh. And then Sabalenka with the backhand looking to go down the line off of Ostapenko's backhand cross court return, but into the net. 15 all. First serve into the net. It's a double fault from Sabalenka. Second serve also into the net. 15-30. Is the pressure getting to her slightly? Might be just a little bit of some nerves at the moment. But can she deal with it? Oh, it's a good serve. It's a big serve out wide onto Ostapenko's backhand. The return drops short cross court, and Sabalenka anticipates that well, gets herself right up the court, calmly plays that backhand down the line. It's a good winner. Good serve and +1 there. 30 all. What a serve. Ace down the line. Down the tee, sorry. Great placement, precision, and pace. Not more you can ask for on a serve. Now, match point for Sabalenka, 40-30. Can she close it down at the first time of asking? Yes, she can. It's the forehand return from Ostapenko goes into the net. And that is game, set, and match. As I predicted. Should have put some money on that. But yeah, good, comfortable win there from Sabalenka. 6-2, 6-4. And that is it. And we have it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And hope you enjoyed and hope you have a good rest of the day wherever you are. Take care. See you guys in the next stream.